D Champ, intellectually stimulating. What's up? Congratulations to the Dodgers winning the World Series last night. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm from Atlanta. They beat the Braves, but hey, they won, so congratulations. Let me talk to you about something today. I thought it was just me until I had a conversation with another brother a couple of hours ago. Let me tell you what happened. Let me explain the situation to you, and then you can tell me. So, a very sexy 5'6", 160-pound woman came over my house, dressed sexy, trench coat on because it's a little chilly, stilettos, open the door, wrong. No hug, no kiss, just came in my house and laid on the bed. Pause. Ladies, what happened to the sexy kiss and hug at the door? Ladies, what happened to the sexy walk to the couch? What happened to the foreplay that happens, the candles, the wine, and then you go into the bedroom? Ladies, what happened to the sexy seductress? I don't care if it's a booty call or you just coming to get you some, if it's a quickie, whatever it is. What about the foreplay? Come on, ladies. You see, black women have been out of pocket for quite some time, but no one has checked them. You see, life is checking you now. You see, when the red pill started and the blue pill and and the men came into the Negro manosphere and they made all these pages and then men started talking about the things that's happening to them and the women don't like it because they're being exposed. Black women, you've been out of pocket for quite some time. It's time for you to be checked. You have to be raised to be a wife. You have to know how to be seductive and sexy and lingerie, but you also have to have that sexy mindset. You have to know how to touch a man. You have to know what sensual is. You have to be romantic. There are so many things you need. You see, that's part of my basic series. Because see, it's not about being sexy or a sexy woman. It's not about what you wear or your shoes. It is a combination of things. It is about the give and take, the foreplay. Have a drink. Watch a show. Touching, feeling. Know how to touch people. It's all about that. It's not just about the sex, it's about everything that builds up to it. If we were in an orchestra and we were talking about music, you would say the crescendo, how everything builds up to sex. Number 2, ladies, yes, men have to start stuff. Not all the time though. Men have to initiate dates. We have to pay. We have to pick you up. We have to provide. We have to protect. Men are doing all these things. Ladies, what are you doing? Answer that question for me, ladies. Number 2, men don't like to initiate sex all the time. I would say it's a 50-50 thing because men want to feel that the woman that we're with, that she wants us too. We shouldn't have to initiate all the time because that makes the woman feel wanted. What about the man? Do you want the man? Show it. You see, there are so many women that are walking around and they think just because they have pussy, that that's all they need, and that's wrong because every woman has one. Ladies, what can you do to sustain a healthy thing? What can you do to get a thing, and what can you do to keep a thing? Because it's important. You see, the man shouldn't have to initiate all the time. Ladies, there is something called reciprocity. It's supposed to be a two-way street. One person should not feel like they are doing it all. That's unbalanced. It never works that way. But like I said before, there are many sisters that have been out of pocket for quite some time, and when you check them, all of a sudden you become the bad guy. You see, there are so many women who get what they want. But when does the man get what he wants? When do the two people communicate what they want and then they fulfill those needs? You see, the conversation that I had with this gentleman, I told him, I said, man, I cut my team off. I did. I cut a lot of women off. And I said, it's time to rebuild with some women that know how to act, who are feminine women, who know about being sexy and feminine, and who were raised to be feminine. You see, men don't want a man with breasts because a lot of you women have a lot of masculine energy. Oh, we've had to pay our own bills. Congratulations, men have to too. Oh, we've had to go out in the workplace and work. You asked for that. You provide for yourself, yet you expect a man to be the provider and the protector. And then when a man comes into your life, the man is supposed to pay all the bills. Excuse me? You are paying all of your bills now. If we get together, all of a sudden, now I'm paying all your bills, for what reason? Ladies, there's a lot we need to talk about because a lot of men are seeing that it's just not worth it anymore. For what? Number 3, what are we putting up with you for? Ladies, if we as men are focused, we're working on our purpose, we're going towards our dreams and our goals, why do we need women in our lives? What value do you bring to our life? Do we have a return on investment when we deal with women? Now, ladies, put yourself in this situation. You work hard for your money. You take a man out on a date and you spend $50, $100, and then that man gets an attitude with you. How do you feel? Can you relate? Do you have a frame of reference? Ladies, a lot of you are just takers. You don't give. And 99% of you are single because men are now saying that it's just not worth it. I can keep my money in my pocket. I don't have to take you out to dinner. I don't have to buy you drinks. None of that. But many of us have been because society is a simp society. The society we are in trains men to be weak. Luckily, people like me were raised by men to say bull. It's time for it to stop. There are many of you ladies that are completely out of pocket. You have no covering. Why don't you read your Bible and find out what covering is? You see, the man is supposed to be your covering. You remember you ask God to be your protection. That's the man. Your provision, that's the man. So if the man is supposed to be the covering, you submit. But are you submissive, ladies? I don't understand it. Sisters, melanated women, it's time for a check. If you think about it, life is checking you. There are a series of events that have happened leading up to this pandemic, and now you ladies see that you need us. You see, this is coming from the same ladies that have used us. You've pushed a lot of us off to other women. You've pushed us away, called us names, treated us horribly, but now you need us. It's time for a check, sisters. Melanated women, it's time for a check. It's time to check yourself because you have wrecked yourself. You have asked for a lot of things, and now that you have it, you are complaining. I don't want to pay my own bills. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that, but you've asked for it. Many of you sisters brag, oh, we're the most educated group. What is education? Book knowledge? Okay, so you're the most educated, you're also the most in debt. Why does that correlate? So that means you spend money, but you're not good with money. Black men always have had to have a standard. We have to be 3 times better, 4 times more well spoken. We are the least hired. If you look at the statistics, you will see that black women are hired over black men. There are many black women now who think that money puts them as head of the household. They have no idea what true head of the household means. You've put yourself in these masculine spaces. Don't take it out on us men. You asked for it. Sisters, there are a lot of brothers out here that love you. But there are a lot of sisters who have negative attitudes and don't like us. You show us every day. It's time for a check, sisters. Sisters, show us black men that you are on our side, because the way it looks now, y'all been off our side for a very long time. Yes, there are those sisters that are on our side and they show it. Yes, there are those sisters that love us and show it. But the majority of sisters don't. And here's the thing, a lot of these sisters are realizing that y'all don't have none left. That don't nobody really want y'all. That there's such a minute percentage of black women that can go to other races. It is astonishing. However, you equate money as the value to a black man. Integrity, morality, and masculinity mean something out, but you diminish it to a financial value. Manhood is not currency. Manhood is who we are. Yet and still, there are so many sisters that dislike us brothers. Where can we go? In the end, it's us. But also in the end, it's every man for himself. Ladies, think about your life and think about your covering. Think about what you've done to men, because karma is real. And karma is here. Many of you don't have to work 2 and 3 jobs. Many of you don't have to do the things that you're doing. Many of you black women, sisters, you haven't had to go through what you've had to go through in the past. You know why? It's because of you. Because of your attitude, because of your mouth, because of the way you were raised. And now your grandmama single, your mama single, you single, all your friends single, and yet you are taking relationship advice from these single, bitter women. And now you're older, grown, mature, adult with your own kids, and you're single and bitter too. And it is sad because there's a lot of men out here who want to give you black sisters the world. However, your attitude says throw her back in the gutter and drive off. And that's what a lot of men are doing. Black women, sisters, it's time for a reality check. Because we, the black men, see one thing very, very clear. You don't love us as much as you say you do. So what are we supposed to do? Dating is down. Marriages are down, failing. The divorce rate has skyrocketed to the highest it has ever been in history. Childbearing is the lowest it has ever been in history. That is a direct relation because you have to date and get to know each other to have children and families. The structure is broken. And only we can fix it. But as I said in other videos, I sounded the alarm. I hope you're listening. Sisters, it's time to check yourself because you have already wrecked yourself, and it's your fault because you have corrupted yourself about what you've asked for. Be careful what you wish for. You asked to be independent. And now that you are, and you are failing, you are miserable, you're grumpy, and you're extremely hard to deal with. D-Champ, intellectually stimulating sisters, it's time for a reality check. Have a good day.